And what we're going to do is we're going to carve the design into the side of your mug. And it's completely up to you, but I really want you to personalize your mug and do something that speaks to you. I'm going to do sunflowers because I really want spring to be here, and it'll bring a little bit of a spring feeling to my day today if I do sunflowers on the side of my mug. Now, I want to remind you that your design needs to be at least a half an inch from the top of your mug. If you do it right up to the edge of your mug, when it's glazed, what's going to happen is it's going to be much too hard on your lips when you go to drink out of it. So it will take away from the functionality of it. So make sure that the design that you put on here is at least a half an inch below. I'm going to take my original design that I had planned out, but instead of doing leaves on it, I'm going to do sunflowers. So just a reminder, a good artist listens to their work, also responds to what their feelings are for the day and what they want to do. So if you want to change your design, feel free to change it any way that you want to do that. Now, first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to loosely sketch out the design that I'm going to put in the side of my mug, and do it really lightly. I like to use a pencil just because it doesn't put as big a dent into the work. This one's going a little bit high. I think it's getting a little too close to the edge of the mug. So I'm just going to erase that out and maybe put a little one in right there because I want to have room for my sunflowers. One of my favorite tools to use when I'm working with this way is a pencil because I like the line that the pencil makes, but I can also use the eraser. I can also use the eraser to smooth out an area, just like a wood modeling tool. As I'm working on my design, I'll look for spaces that I think are blank and need a little something and just add like a leaf. So when I do the next step, I'll take and I'll use a pencil that's a little bit sharper. So if you take a look at the difference between these two pencils, this pencil on my left is a little bit sharper than the pencil on my right. So I'll put the dull pencil aside and go back over my lines. Now, when I'm doing this, a lot of times I will get what I call little floogies. That's a made up word, by the way. That's a Ms. Robbins word and not a real word. Just kind of, they're those little snotty pieces of clay that come about from doing carving like this. And what I find is that eventually they'll all just wipe away if I go over it enough times. Drawing your design out and making it nice and clear can take a little patience. So make sure you do this in a two-step process. Draw it out lightly and then go over your lines a little bit heavier with a sharper pencil. When you're done with today's assignment, take a picture from one side, turn your mug around, take a picture from the other side, wrap it up nice and tight so that we can finish it up early next week in a plastic bag, and put all three pictures on slide number 16 on your PowerPoint.